It's Prince Simp in the building. Subscribe to the channel. Now, this is a twofold scenario. Matter of fact, I'll keep it onefold. Some chick, Brazilian, Americanized Brazilian chick tries to go at Myron on the street. Now, these women are so used to things going their way, they can't stand to hear anything else.
Well, I explain this in my book more, but it's more along the lines of guys need to stop pedestalizing girls that don't deserve the pedestalization. Because a lot of girls come in and just use guys for certain things, and guys need to be able to identify that and not pedestalize those types of predatory females.
Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and twofold it. Look at this girl's face. They have never heard such rhetoric before. And Anton Daniels, you're not good enough to talk to boss baddies or regular good-looking women on the street. It has to be orchestrated, you got to talk to the girlfriend. You're not built for this. You're a married man. Matter of fact, that's a whole nother video. Myron goes off and get these women stunned. Matter of fact, let me clip that. Dang.
Okay, but do you think...
Let me clip that. Let's go.
The women do the same thing, like vice versa.
What do you mean by that?
The same way, right? Like some women pedestalize men that treat them poorly, right? For even like monetary reasons.
Yeah, for sure.
So
But
I think it just happens like...
for sure. Are there some women getting finessed by men? Of course. But the majority of people getting finessed are absolutely men. I mean, there's not an epidemic of, guys running around getting free dinners from women. But there is a whole trend of women getting free dinners from guys that they don't like.
But I think there's a whole trend of women getting finessed.
Right. You just want to talk back. Acknowledge that first. That was one of the things that KS used to do. Make sure you acknowledge this first, because all they want to do is talk back. Let's go.
By men who promise them a lot of things initially, and then they have sex with them, and then these women end up, and I know these women, right?
No. Think about what this bitch just said. Men promised them something, so they had sex with them. So your sex was worth all these promises? Are you fucking crazy? Unbelievable. That's why I tell you guys, they think they box is worth everything. Turns out he didn't like the box, so the promise is off. Wow, you heard that?
Getting free dinners from guys that they don't like.
But I think there's a whole trend of women getting finessed by men who promise them a lot of things initially, and then they have sex with them, and then these women end up, and I know these women, right? Like they end up feeling very used and abused, and these men, I know because I'm friends with them, right? Like they end up feeling very empowered by the fact that they're able to use women for whatever reason they can. So I feel like there's an epidemic.
You know what? The delusion is real.
On both sides.
Well, the thing is that the women pick the men. They pick the wrong guys. They pick the bad boys. They pick the guys that are tall and good looking, that make money.
Okay, but then men pick women, right, that are very good looking, and they seem like...
Most guys don't select. They take what they can get.
I would say,
the majority.
If we're talking about like the top 1% of men, right, like they select women based on appearance.
Yeah.
Same way where the top 1% of women select men.
But that's a
based on
minority.
monetary values.
But that's a minority.
Same way women who are able to have like a general choice of men with monetary value, that's the minority of women. They are not able to select men who genuinely are able to provide for them in a...
Not true at all. Average women have way more reach and access and leverage in dating than even a celebrity man. An average woman can go pull a celebrity. An average guy can't.
An average woman can go pull a celebrity to just sleep with him.
This is true. But at least she gets access, though. That's my point. The access is what opens the door.
Okay, but access to just having sex with someone for a woman, for most women...
No, that's what you say. That's what you say. And thus the reason why you women stay in this stupid position. Unbelievable.
I would say is not something that they genuinely
Well, it's her job.
Like they're using that as an opportunity to have access to the man in a form of having some intimate, in form of a relationship, right? So
Yeah, but at least they get.
Ma'am, what else do you have to offer? You're talking about a man with all this money. What else do you have to offer? You only could offer what he wants.
Their foot in the door is what I mean. They get access and the ability to even deal with these men versus the other way around. Men would never have that opportunity. But I would say that women are absolutely running loops around guys when it comes to dating and the sexual marketplace, whereas men are not. Only a minority of men are able to finesse, but a majority of women can absolutely finesse, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah.
Finesse in terms of monetary value?
Extract value from the opposite gender while not necessarily reciprocating. A majority of women are able to do that versus the majority of men are not. Does that make sense?
Yes, no, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They absolutely can.
What do you mean you don't know? You just said you understand, but you don't know. You're willing to not admit the truth. You're an immigrant and you've been Americanized. So you actually believe that the shit and the people that you're around, that real men don't exist to talk to you in a real, truthful, and sensible manner where the logic is undeniable. And you get to have the luxury to say, but you know what? It doesn't matter in my life. I got suckers all over the place.
I mean, this is just the fact. If you were to walk around right now and ask guys, hey, do you want to date? They'd go out with you. Versus if I did it, I would maybe get maybe out of 100 girls, maybe 5 or 10. If you asked 100 dudes, you'd get 90. We're not the same. And I'm a celebrity. So let that sink in. And no offense to, and I don't mean that to insult you. I don't mean that to insult you. I'm just trying to demonstrate a point that an average woman has more market pull than even a top tier guy.
Okay, so then,
and that's just the way it is.
So your goal overall is to what? Make men have.
Well, understand their value and stop simping on women. That's really what it comes down to.
I don't think most men are simping on women. I think
really?
I genuinely, I think that most men just like their ability to take advantage of most women. Like, you know, I don't want to say take advantage in terms of like they're genuinely evil inside, but I think
if that were the case, we wouldn't have a sprawling pornography industry that we have now. If that wasn't the case, we wouldn't have so many guys struggling to get dates and courtship, etc. Like,
I don't think that we have so much struggle. I think the pornography industry in general is something that catalyzes men into objectifying women in terms of.
But its success proves my point.
No, it don't work like that. If you have a man, you would rather do him than him watch that. But that's your body, your choice. All right, we'll come up with another one. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get it.